Hello there, today we'll be doing the Roman to integer problem. So here we have 7 different symbols and we're looking to convert these symbols into a total sum of the value. So let's see, let's start understanding the problem. So one thing to note, we have several constraints here already. What are the minimum length and the maximum length, min length, of string is 1 and max length is 15. 2, we have the characters I, V, X, L, C, D, and M. And if you place an I before the V or an X, you'll make it 4 and 9. And so we have these as well, I and V, I and X, X and L, X and C, and we have C and D. This was before 400, and C and M, which is 900. So if we have these types of characters, that would yield us a different sum. Okay, so also, lastly, we have a maximum and a minimum value of 1 and a max value of 3,999. All right, and so here's some test cases that we can use. Some test cases are 3 ones, which would result in a 3 as an output. We have the LV number 3, which just gives us it says here 58 because the L before the V gives us this is a 50, 55, and 58. And this is 1994 because CM is 900 and XC is 90 and IV is 4, as you can see here. So we have several cases here that we are looking at. There doesn't seem to be any edge cases because of these parameters, and I think we're ready to create a method. The method is probably looping or recursion. We can do either or, and I'm going to do looping first, and then we're going to go through recursion. So what happens next is understand method plan. So we're going to iterate through the string and find 2 characters and get value, or 1 character and get value until end of string. Alright, that's the plan, and here we're going to implement it. So first thing first, we need a total sum. And add to total sum. Okay, so we have a total sum. We have an I is equal to 0, and while I is less than the length of S, we're going to keep going. So if, let's say, it's find 2 characters, so we need to create a dictionary by using a dictionary. So here we go. Let's get valid symbols. Alright, so that's going to be equal to a dictionary of items, so like I is equal to 1, and V is equal to like 5. And we're going to just keep doing this because that's necessary for us to solve this problem. We need to know the values for each symbol, otherwise we'll have a problem when looking at these items. So see, it's not that long to do. I mean, we're just typing it out. So IV is equal to 4, ix is equal to 9, xl equal to 40, xc is equal to 50, and we have cd, which is equal to 400, and we have cm, which is equal to 900. Okay, that's it. Those are all the valid symbols. Looks like we're running out of space here. Let me just push this down, or up. And here we go. So let's look at our plan again. So find the two characters by iterating through the string. So s of I through I plus 2, those are the first two characters in valid symbols. If it is in the valid symbols, that means we need to do I plus equals 2. And that means we take those two items and we need to insert that into our total sum. So total sum plus equals our valid symbols at this particular string at I plus 2. And that's that. And we basically do the same there's only one other way, else we do this, right? We just do total plus equals valid symbol s of I plus 1, and I plus equals 1 until we're done. Then we return the total sum. And that's when I review this to validate that the solution works. And first thing we're going to do is some of the test cases. Let's try this one here. So with this one, we check the first character at I, and we see that it matches. Well, we check the first two items, and it doesn't match any of these items. Then we check this one item, it does match. So that means that we're going to add 1 to our total sum. So total sum is now 1, and we move I. Now we do the same operation again. Now total sum is 2, and we move on to the last item, and we check the next two items, see if that's in the symbol. That's not, and so now we have 3. One thing to note is that we might go over, and what happens when we go over is that we will return back to yeah, that would be a problem. So I think, just in case, if I plus 2 is less than I plus 1 is less than length of string. And whoops, I made a mistake. So I think with that line of code, we would be able to solve that problem with the going over the maximum length of the string. And so we can try something like this one here. So this should output 1994, and let's see what we get. So first we check the first two items, which is MC. MC does not exist, so we're just going to take the M, and we have a total sum of 1000. Then we check the next item, we check the next two, we have CM, which is 900, and we take the 900. Then we go 2 forward, and we take XC, which is 90, so we take 90, and we go 2 forward, and we have IV, and that's going to be 4, and we go 2 forward, and that's the end of the items. All right, with that, this looks pretty good, and I think we can submit it. So what is the time complexity? Evaluate. So time complexity is going to be O of n to go through the entire string, n being the length of the string, and the space complexity is O of 1 because we just use one item to hold the total value. Let's submit it, and once we're done with this, we're going to whoops, looks like we have an issue here. Let me take a look. I think this is the problem, actually. Let me submit it again. What is going on? Oh, this is the wrong item. So this was not supposed to be 50. This is supposed to be 90. Let's submit that again. Okay, great. So we solved it this time around. We have gotten the highest marks possible. It was just typo error, and I don't think this was the error here. So well, we didn't need that line of code. I plus 2 is less than the length of string, and let's submit that and see if that causes any problems. Oh, that does cause problems, huh? Because it doesn't go all the way to the end. Okay. So anyways, we have that solved. What's next? So what we have next is going to be the recursive states. We're going to take this and turn it into recursion. Okay, so this is going to be pretty quick. What we're going to do is move these items down here, and so we can just put this away. And we're going to do recursion now. So define the recursion and s, and we're going to return an int for this. We're just going to remove we're just going to do recursive case of what we've just done. And that means that if length of string that we take in is equal to 0, return 0. Else if, well, s, take the first two items of the string, is in the valid symbols. What we're going to do is return this valid symbols at take the first two items plus the recursion of the string without the first two items. We're starting at 2 now. So this way we skip we lose one of the string characters. Otherwise, we'll just return the valid symbols at string 1. We'll take one character, and we'll lose one character at the next part of the string. With that, we'll go all the way to the end until we reach 0 length in our string, and we return 0. So with that, we can return the recursion of s, and that should give us the correct answer. There's some syntax error here. Let's see what's going on. Whoops, that's not right. Here, just give me. Yeah. So there seems to be an issue here with a syntax error. I'm not sure what the syntax error is. Yeah, maybe we'll look into it. It's usually a line before. Here, let me just, Oh, I see. There were extra parentheses here. Now there's a slice issue. Oh, okay, I got it. There we go. There was a slicing issue. All right, with that, we have completed the recursion of this type of problem, and we have converted the iterative to the recursive. All right, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Want more videos, check the link in the description below. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.